Last train to San Fernando. Okay, that's enough of me singing. Hey guys, Voymonk here doing a video voiceover. And for some reason, I got that song stuck in my head after watching a trailer on one of the streaming services. It's a pretty good song, although I'm not sure if I want to watch Asteroid City. I love Tom Hanks. It's got a pretty good cast, but I guess I'm kind of hesitating and going to wait to see whether or not I really want to watch it. It kind of gives me a little bit of Tim Burton vibes, a little bit. Trying to think. Edward Scissorhands comes to mind when I draw some comparisons between this film and the setting and kind of this overall tone, if you will, for lack or want of a better wording or description. But Asteroid City looks pretty good. If I do watch it, I'll probably mention it in either one of my vlogs or a video voiceover and that. So, but yeah, it's winding down towards the end of November. Is a Saturday, and normally I don't do any recordings on Saturday, but this week has been a bit of a pill. It's been pretty busy and full of stress and all the things that go in life like everybody else. By the way, how you doing? If you're listening to this, and I have been kind of paying attention to some of my views a little bit, and I really can't tell whether or not the views are coming from those who accidentally clicked on them, which makes sense, or if there's actually people that are seeking out things and clicking on it because they find it interesting and listening. Although not for too long, I think maybe 44 seconds or something, but hey, to anyone who's listening, and I have one subscriber, although I'm not exactly sure if that was on accident or not either, but I subscribe to them back anyways because they're my first subscriber. And I'm honored if they did indeed intentionally do that, so that's cool. But yeah. Yep. As I do these, as I said before, I'm probably going to start organizing a little bit better. I'm actually thinking of ways to kind of do an outline or something like that for every one of these that I do. I won't usually do. I really don't plan on doing these on Saturdays. And I know it seems like you're being very shifty. You're changing a lot of stuff, and it's like, yeah. And I think that's to be expected because I'm just starting out. This is fresh. Not even 30 days. And I think that the content and what I've been doing, I'm pretty proud of myself. I'm proud of myself for getting it done. But yeah, really, the reason I say what I aim to do and then I make some exceptions is because in life it's like that, right? You make some hard and fast rules, and sometimes you have to break them, and there are exceptions and stuff like that. I'm not a person that usually says something that I don't mean. And if I say that I probably won't be doing a lot of recordings on Saturday, I'll probably stick to that. But at the same time, I don't want to say, you know what, I have something I want to say, or I have something I want to do, and I have fun doing these, and I don't want to say, well, it's Saturday. I said I don't do them on Saturdays, so I won't do it on Saturdays. No, I think that would be a mistake, because one of my biggest fears going into this is that I would do it the other few times that I had restarted and then not follow it through, because sometimes I just put too many constraints on myself that'll either make it to where I don't want to do it at all, or I'm doing it for the wrong reasons. And neither of those roadblocks have I faced yet. The only thing that has really kind of come up is just kind of the organization and some of the details. And, I'm having fun doing that. I'm having fun doing things. And hopefully as I get more of these under my belt, it'll be obviously a lot less of that, a lot less changes that'll happen. And it'll probably fall into a groove or some type of routine to some degree. So yeah, like I said, but you probably just won't count on them, me doing much in the way of content or making anything or releasing anything on a Saturday or a Sunday. Usually it's going to be throughout the week, but maybe I do, maybe I will. There's no guarantee. And honestly, if people listening are saying, hey, I kind of really, really dig what you do, and maybe Saturdays would be a really great time for me to make some content. Maybe I think I'm gonna keep vlogs for sure, Monday through Friday. So that's just gonna stay the way that is. And in terms of the way I record it, I've recorded those in advance a little bit because of the scheduling and things that I've got going on in life and that kind of thing. But generally, I won't be doing those too far in advance as well. The vlogs I have aren't too far in advance. I mean, they're just maybe a few days to maybe about a week or so. But that's, like I said, because, look, we're in Thanksgiving. I'm taking my mom to her appointments for radiation, and that's a daily thing. And there's lots of things, and I love enjoying doing this. This is a great distraction while doing that, but it's something that going into next month, which is Christmas, believe it or not, I'll have a bit more time because I won't be doing the dailies of doing that, and I hopefully will better things will be happening. I'm praying. So yeah, but I Monday through Fridays would be through the vlogs, and then the video voiceovers pretty much whenever I feel like it. I don't have any real set schedule of those. It's just whenever I feel. But when I record, or release anything, it just generally won't be on a Saturday or Sunday. And that's it. But it could be, if I feel inspired or whatever, I plan on doing the voiceover radio. That could be once a month, maybe do it on the first Saturday or second Saturday of the month. I haven't really scheduled that because I haven't really committed to doing that wholeheartedly yet. So, but doing these, I definitely plan on opening up my Microsoft Office and maybe putting something together to be a little bit more organized when I go into these. Not scripted or anything like that, but just sometimes I'll have ideas and, throughout the day or things that I want to talk about or whatever. And my first and foremost thing is that I won't be going by a script. If just what I have to say, and that's why I can't really go by a script, is because I want these to be natural. I want these to be things that, come from me. But if for whatever reason I'm inspired through the day, I'm having some kind of thing that'll come to me, I want that to be natural too, but I don't want it to be forgotten or sometimes in the recesses of my mind later on. Then I'll go, oh yeah, I wanted to say something about that, but oops, I forgot. So that's what I mean in terms of organizing. Not, like I said, literally having a script and line for line and then, segueing into now a word from our sponsor or anything like that. None of those things will be happening. So I assure you that won't be happening. And then most important, there's no editing. Like I said, if I fart, sneeze, someone comes in the room and says, ah, or something like that, it's not going to be edited. That's life, my life, your life, or whatever. And, if you do these types of things, you probably find that might happen to you. Now, obviously, if something happens, like a big truck rolls in or, God forbid, something, catastrophic, I'm going to obviously stop the recording because, well, that just, is good sense, right? I mean, you don't want if you can't hear me or if something is happening that's an emergency, I'll stop. But short of that, yeah, as long as you can hear me, as long as it's quality audio and that sort of thing, it's fine. Like I said, and so if some embarrassing or something weird or something happens in the background that isn't of an emergency or isn't going to affect the quality of what you can hear from me, well, then that's part of life, right? And it's me and my mother. We don't have any cats, dogs, or children or anything like that. So you're not going to have to worry about that really happening. But life is interesting. And I definitely plan on doing video. Actually, even thinking about, going outside, doing some film recording and all that, maybe go to a park and all that stuff. But a lot of things have to fall in line first that would allow and give me the access of being able to do that, both, physically and, of course, technologically. I have this iPhone 12 Pro, which is my lifeline for my channel. So, yeah, like I said, so there's things coming, like I said, but this is just a Saturday video voiceover that I'm doing and I'm recording. And I probably won't release this on the weekend, but I'm recording it on the weekend, which, like I said, is something that would be a bit more on the unusual side. But I am committed to doing the vlogging every day, Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then between that, doing video voiceovers whenever and however I feel like it, usually Monday through Friday. I don't know. The last couple of weeks, the video voiceovers I've done, I've slated for 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And so while I may stick with that, if I do video voiceovers during the week, leave them more towards the morning, so that if you're listening to this and you're subscribed and want to hear more frequency or see more frequency as I eventually transition to video that's of high enough quality where you can see my face and there's not the syncing issue, and then I'll have to buy additional software in order to do that, because those things cost money. I don't have any money. I'm poor. So, and the resources for my computer, the things that may be free, there isn't really a lot of room on my computer. Then you have to subscribe to maybe, some storage things, and I don't really necessarily know how to do that. So it'll be baby steps. I'm doing it. That's why this video voiceover is exactly the way it is, and that's why it's not video right now attached to it. But if you enjoy what you're listening to, you don't necessarily have to look at my face. I have the face for radio. I really do. But to me, the compliment would be, hey, you turn this on, maybe put it in a playlist, maybe you're vacuuming, maybe you're doing some stuff, maybe you're doing some hobbies and you're just listening. That's good enough for me, And of course, if you want to participate and dive in, leave a comment or make a video response yourself. That's cool. That's great. Like I said, I'm looking to build a community, and as things progress, I might build a web page or a forum or something like that, where if other people want to come along and do that and build, hey, I'm here. So, yeah. But that's what I'm thinking about this Saturday. Really didn't have any agenda or idea of what I was going to speak about or whatever. But I just knew that I felt relaxed and had something going on rolling around in that mind of mine, and wanted to talk to you guys. So I would talk to you guys, but I wanted to record this, talk to myself, talk to you guys. If you're listening, I wanted to build this channel. I wanted to contribute what it is that I built the channel for, which is for myself in terms of creating content that, like I said, if nobody listens to, hey, at least I know it's out there and I enjoy it, and I'm gonna keep doing it. And until it's as good or as best or better or as perfect as I can get it for myself. So there's still more to come. Hopefully you really If you have stuck around and you subscribe and you go, I mean, we can't predict the future. That's not in our hands. But maybe later down the line, who knows, you can look back and go, yeah, I listened to that guy and man, woo, I love this, but I didn't like that or whatever. Yeah. And, who knows what may happen if the audience builds for this, if this gets big enough. And I especially like the fact that I really don't know what to call most of this. I really do, because to me, that is more important than anything else. I mean, directed play is just not something that sounds too appealing. I mean, honestly, there's of course organizing and some structure, but it's for it just to be something that's that, like I said, people here doing video vlogs can focus less on things like drama and getting views and telling people how to think and what to do or how to make money or subscribing to something or paying for something. You don't have to do any of that here, and maybe I should make that part of hopefully as if this builds, to say, look, that none of that, I'm never going to come to you telling you what you should do or say or think or any of that stuff. It'll never be about making money and selling you things or things like that. I mean, obviously there's going to be advertisements and stuff like that may be part of that, but that's not because of anything that I would choose to do. If I built enough of this audience and that sort of thing where I don't have to do any kind of advertising at all, or there's a way for me to say, hey, I don't need to, put that in a way that's, in everyone's face. It's just like, yes, I've heard about, buying a surname or something like that, or plot of land or some gold or, some makeup skin routine or something like that. I don't know anything about makeup. So, maybe there could be, like I said, advertising is I mean, if there is or was, I would say maybe something that has to do with something that I've literally used, like equipment or things that I bought or purchased. But again, I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with advertising. More importantly, that you use it and that you're being honest. But I just don't necessarily know if those things don't come into conflict in terms of, a conflict of interest. And I just, like I said, I'd like for this to be your safe space, your bubble, if you will, when it comes to being sold, told things, anything like that. This is just, hey, we're just talking about life, our experiences, and having fun, and sharing our interests and loves and passions. I got to get that down to a brief, simple statement, so I can stop saying it in so many different ways, but maybe make that part of the thing you see when you click on these video voiceovers or any content on here. But yeah. And going forward, I've talked a lot about this channel and how I'm setting it up and stuff like that. But that really will not be a thing that'll happen a lot as we go on. I want to move away from talking about the channel and what I'm going to do, and just talk about life. In my video vlogs or video voice vlogs or video voiceovers, talk about things that I care about that are of interest to me and experiences that I have had. So, those are the things that'll be happening more, and just getting better in doing that. So, this is heading towards 20 minutes. So, until my next video voiceover, or some kind of content. Hopefully you guys take care.